Hello friend, I am Ghanshyam and welcome all of you to the electric neuron. Today we are going to discuss about the Norton theorem. So in the previous lectures we have already completed about the Thevenin's theorem and its some problem related to this Thevenin's theorem. So in this lectures we are going to see discuss about the Norton theorem and some formula, and we need to discuss about some problem related to that, so that it is easy to write the answer paper in your basic electrical engineering question. Okay, and it is also very important to your GATE examination, ESC, RRB, JEE, SSC, JEE, all technical examination. Okay, so before starting our video lectures, I want to tell you that if you like the video, please share to your friend and also subscribe to this channel so that you will get immediate notification whenever I will upload a new video. Okay, so let's get started our theorem. So this is the third theorem which we are going to study about the Norton theorem. So the Norton theorem, in any linear bidirectional circuit having, so the network contain linear element, bidirectional element, okay, more number of active element and passive element also. It can be replaced by single equivalent circuit consisting of a equivalent current sources, that is IN Norton current, in parallel with the equivalent resistance Norton resistance. Okay, so here bunch amount of current sources or bunch amount of voltage sources are given already to us, and the current voltage sources are or any other element are bidirectional, linear sources, active sources, passive sources, whatever the sources is given. So we need to convert that sources to one current sources and resistance sources. What that current sources is Norton current and resistance sources is Norton resistance. Okay, so current sources is parallel with the Norton resistance. So this is your one linear bidirectional and active passive element is connected by a network. Okay, and across A and B we need to calculate Norton current and Norton resistance. This is the load. This load is linear, non-linear, whatever may be. Okay, so we need to convert this to a equivalent current sources, that is Norton current, and equivalent resistance, that is Norton resistance. So which equivalent resistance is here? Equal to Thevenin's resistance. Okay, whatever the Thevenin's resistance we have calculated in the previous Thevenin's theorem, that resistance is also Norton resistance. Okay, so this is for DC case. For AC case, the Norton impedance is there and Norton's Thevenin's impedance is there, and this is our Norton current. Okay, so this is for AC and this is for DC. So it is clear to you. Now come to the question part. So in the first question, it is asking about to finding the current in the 1 ohm resistance by using Norton theorem. So here 18 ampere current flowing across the 10 ohm resistance, and this is connected with the parallel, and there is a 2 ohm resistance connected parallel with 6 ohm resistance, and this is connected with the 3 ohm and 1 ohm resistance. So here 1 ohm is given. Across that 1 ohm we need to calculate the current. Across 1 ohm we need to calculate the current, that is short circuit current or Norton current. So to find short circuit current or Norton current, replace the load resistance by short circuit and find short circuit current. So we need to replace that 1 ohm resistance, that means we need to short circuit first this resistance. So after short circuiting this circuit will be shown like this. So there is 18 ohm and 18 ampere with 10 ohm and 4 ohm and 2 ohm is there and 6 ohm is there and 3 ohm, this is short circuited. Okay, so see, this 3 ohm and 6 ohm are connected in parallel. So taking parallel connection, 6 into 3 divided by 6 plus 3, that is 9, that is equal to 6 into 3 divided by 9 is equal to 2 ohm. Okay, and 2 ohm is here and another 2 ohm is here. So both the 2 ohm are connected in a series connection. So this is series connection. So 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. So here is also 4 and here is also 4. So 4 ohm is there and 4 ohm is also there. So see, there is a 2 resistance equal amount of resistance, equal value of resistance connected in parallel connection. So the whatever the current will be there passing, that current is divided equally. That means here also same current flowing, here also same current flowing. Okay, so total amount of current is 18 ampere. So here 9 ampere current will be flowing, and here also 9 ampere current will be flowing. Okay, so it is clear to you. So here if 9 current is flowing across here, then the 9 current will be divided across here and here, because of there is a 6 ohm and 3 ohm resistance, there is unequal resistance connected in parallel manner. So see, by applying the current division rule, total current into opposite arm resistance, that is 6 ohm, divided by total resistance 6 plus 3. Okay, so after calculating this, we will get short circuit current is 6 ampere. So we got our answer, that is current across this 1 ohm resistance, that is ISC is equal to 6 ampere. So if we want to find the Thevenin's resistance and current across this load resistance, then what we need to do? First we need to do open circuit those current sources and short circuit the voltage sources. So already there is given one current source as 18 ampere. So we need to open circuit the 18 ampere across here. So we have done our open circuit of these current sources and short circuiting the voltage sources. So there is a voltage sources. This is our voltage sources across the Thevenin's resistance, whatever we are going to calculate Thevenin's or Norton resistance, that one is open circuited. Okay, so there is no any voltage sources there, so we need not require to short circuit that voltage sources. Okay, so see, this is our open circuit na. So here no current will be flowing, so this 10 ohm resistance is not come to our face or does not influence any calculation. Okay, so here 4 ohm, 2 ohm, so 4 ohm and 2 ohm are connected in series fashion. So if series fashion there, then added both. So 4 ohm plus 2 ohm, what? 6 ohm, and 6 ohm and here 6 ohm. So 6 ohm are both connected in now parallel connection. So in parallel connection, if both the resistance are same, then it is divided by 2 or it is half, so it is 3 ohm. Okay, so that 3 ohm and this 3 ohm is how much? 3 plus 3, because of series connection, that is 6 ohm. Okay, it is understand to you? Okay, if it is not clear to you, then ask me on the comment section. Okay, so this Thevenin's resistance is 6 ohm and Thevenin's resistance is also here Norton resistance. It is equal. Okay, but Norton current and the current across this Thevenin's calculation, that is not same. Okay, so Norton equivalent circuit is like this. So short circuit current we have already got from the previous case number 1, that is from this. Okay, that is 6 ampere. So 6 ampere is flowing across here, and Norton resistance is, we will get here, that is 6 ohm. So we are putting 6 ohm here, and load resistance is 1 ohm is given. So this is our load resistance. Okay, so 1 ohm we are putting here. So by applying the Kirchhoff's current law, that is total current into opposite arm resistance, that is 6 ohm divided by total resistance 6 plus 1. Okay, so after calculating this, we will get 36/7 ampere as our current across the load or resistance. Norton resistance is this, and the current across this 1 ohm is 6 ampere. So all the calculation here we will got. Okay, now come to another question. So this is another question here, dependent current sources, dependent voltage sources is there, and there is current sources. So it is asking about finding short circuit current with respect to AB. So here is the AB point, this is the A point, this is the B point. So we need to calculate here short circuit current. So first see, there is a dependent voltage sources is there. So it is dependent on the which element, which sources, current sources. Which current sources? This current sources I. So see, first if we want to find the short circuit current across this, then first short circuit the 2 ohm resistance. So that means this this element is not there, only short circuit path is there. If short circuit path is there, so all the amount of current whatever the flowing from this circuit to this circuit, then this circuit is not come to our face or not influence in the calculation. Okay, so here 10 ohm get replaced from these sources. So all the whatever the current is flowing through this will be passing through this only. So if the current across this is 0, okay, if we eliminate these sources, that is this element that is 10 ohm we are going to eliminate because of all the current will be flowing across this short circuit na. So this current is 0. So if this current is 0 because of it is dependent on these sources is dependent on this current, then total voltage across these will be 0. Okay, so if voltage is 0, then all the current will be flowing like this fashion. So if all the current will be flowing like this fashion, this short circuit fashion, then this 5 ohm also not influenced in our calculation. So our calculation is now very easy because this 9 ampere current will be flowing directly across this short circuit current. See here, 9 ampere current will be flowing like short circuit current. So short circuit current is equal to 9 ampere. Whatever the current is given, that current is directly flowing like this. It is not going through that element, it is not going through that element. Okay, so it is clear to you. If it is not clear to you, then ask me in the comment section, because I am going so fast because of the time issue. Okay, now come to the another question. So there is a question, it is asking about finding the open circuit voltage and short circuit current across the AB. So this is the point A and this is point B, and there is a 2 ampere current sources and 10 voltage sources with parallel 3 ohm resistance. So first we need to calculate the open circuit voltage. So for open circuit voltage, see, this is the open circuit voltage across the point A and B. Because of the all the node, this is the node number A, that is VA, voltage across A. This voltage is same, that is 10 volt, because of the all node connected with the same node potential. Okay, so this lower node we are taking the reference, so this node voltage is 0. So if this node voltage is 0, then upper node voltage is this voltage. So 10 voltage is across this element and this element and this element. So all the voltage sources are same. So V open circuited is equal to 10 voltage. Okay, so it is quite easy. So no need to be calculate by applying KCL and KVL on all. By seeing, by observing the voltage or node voltage, we can calculate the open circuit voltage easily. Okay, so VA is equal to VOC, that is open circuit voltage, is equal to 10 volt. Okay, now come to the short circuit current case. So see, if we short circuiting this element A and B point, then see, the voltage across this AB is 0 now. In this case, if we are short circuiting this element, so our case is not satisfied. Okay, which case? KVL case is not satisfied, because this voltage sources is equal to this voltage sources, and this should be equal to this voltage sources, and this should be equal to this voltage sources, but it is not same because it is short circuiting na. So voltage across this is 0. So in the above network, it is not possible to find the short circuit current since it is not satisfying the KVL equation. Understand? Okay, so we are not able to find the short circuit current, but we are able to calculate the open circuited voltage in this case. So this is the controversial type topic. Okay, now see another question like the previous question. So find short circuit current and open circuit voltage with respect to A and B. So this is the point A and this is the point B. Here 3 ampere with the 2 ohm resistance and 10 voltage sources. So see, for voltage short circuit current, first we are going to calculate the short circuit current. For short circuit current, we are short circuiting the point A and B. So after short circuiting, this 3 ampere current will be flowing in this circuit. So short circuit current is 3 ampere. So for open circuit voltage, we need to open circuit these sources. So if open circuiting this voltage, then 3 ampere is not influenced in this circuit. So there is no current across this, but actually there is 3 ampere. So it is also not satisfied. So in this above circuit, it is not possible to find the open circuit voltage since it is not satisfying the KCL. Okay, it is clear to you? Because current in the branch C, because current in the VOC branch, current in the VOC branch is 0 here, but element connected in series should have equal current. It is difficult to find open circuit voltage. Okay, now come to the another question. It is also asking about to finding the short circuit current with respect to point A and B. So this is point A and this is point B. So we need to calculate the short circuit current by applying the KCL and KVL only. So see, first here 10 ohm and 90 degree is there, and 1 plus J1 ohm is there, and here 5 and 45 angle degree current sources is there, and it is asking about the current across this short circuit A point and B point. So first see current I1. So for current I1, I is equal to V divided by R we have already know by applying the Ohm's law, because V is equal to IR, so I is equal to V divided by R, so V is 10 angle 90, 10 angle 90, and R is 1 plus J1. So we need to convert this rectangular form to polar form. So after converting this rectangular form to polar form, that is root 2 45 degree, and after calculating this or cancelling this, we will get 90 minus 45 is 45, and 10 divided by root 2 is 10 divided by root 2. So after applying the KCL, that short circuited current is equal to I1 plus this current, so I1 plus for 5 into 45. Okay, so I1 will get here, that is 10 divided by root 2 45 plus 5 45. So 45 is taking common from this both the term, and 10 divided by root 2 plus 5. So this is our short circuit current across this point A and B. So this is our complete answer. Okay, so for today that's it. If you like the video, please subscribe to this channel, share to your friend also, and thank you for today. Thank you very much.